EA Sports. It's in the game.
We're here at the Metrodome, a structure that's been a landmark in this city since 1982. Over the years, it's seen its fair share of upgrades, but its days are numbered. No weather to worry about today. The dome is set to 72 degrees.
This game is presented by Snickers. He'll return it from the 1. And he gets brought down hard. The offense will take over at the 26-yard line. Short throw to the left. Griffin is there on the tackle.
Very risky pass. You never want to try and throw the ball across your body like that. Players in this league will come up with interceptions on that one.
Here's the pass. Is there for the catch.
Against a spread offense, you're basically trying to cover slot receivers with safeties and linebackers. That's a mismatch.
Throws it. He goes up high for the catch. The Rams are able to score the game's first points.
Well, if you're going to make a living in this league as a running back, you're going to have to make somebody miss at some point, and that was a big somebody in the backfield that time, able to escape and stuck it in for the touchdown.
Allison fields it at the goal line. Brought down at the 28-yard line.
Big drive now for the offense. The last thing in the world you can afford to have happen now is a 3-and-out. You've already given up a touchdown, a 3-and-out here, and you're in trouble.
He doesn't get back to the line.
And when the defense gets that kind of penetration, it just disrupts everything for an offense. They have to get that guy blocked.
He'll get the call again. He gets to about the 37-yard line before several defenders bring him down.
Run the football. A good running game will really open up the pass.
Feeds it to the back. Laurinaitis was there to bring him down. They needed the first on that play, and he delivered.
Nice run on third down that time. Boy, you can tell the confidence they have in this running back. They're going to feed him the ball in difficult situations, and he came through there.
They give it to the tailback. Still going.
Adrien Peterson does as good a job as anybody out there. If it's a small hole, he finds a way to get through it. If it's a big hole, you see an explosion.
Again with the carry. He fights forward to about the 46 before he's wrestled to the ground. They run a counter. Taylor gets 7 yards on the play. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert. Here's the halfback. Johnson makes the tackle. They get it
again on third down.
And that can really begin to deflate a defense when those third down conversions keep coming. You can almost taste the water on the sideline, thinking you're about to get off the field, and then they convert another first down.
The stop was made by Leonard Little. Peterson comes away with 5 yards on the carry. Here's the give. Breaks a tackle. The tackle was made by Adrien Harris. Peterson picks up 5 yards with the carry. And this is the 10th play of the drive. And that will definitely be enough for the first down.
The defense just couldn't find him on that play. I don't know if they were surprised or what, but that back became a little ghostly. He disappeared.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on the 17. They give it to the tailback. Taylor gets 6 yards on the carry. And he caught it.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
On the ground, up the middle. Not sure if he got in. It is going to be 6 points.
What a run that was. He was trapped behind the line of scrimmage. It looked like he was going to go down for a big loss. Instead, he breaks the tackle and runs it in for the touchdown.
Ryan Longwell adds the extra point. Here's your sprint drive summary. At the end of the first quarter, it's knotted up. He makes it to the 23-yard line. The Rams ended their last drive with a touchdown, so they'll look to make it 2 in a row. Gets the pass away. E.J. Henderson was there to bring him down.
The Rams get another good chunk there. And so far, that's really been the story of this one. They drop back, they throw it, they move the chains on almost every pass play. What a first half for these guys.
Here's the give. Jackson with his first rush of the game. They'll need about 3 yards here on second down. He throws right. There for the reception. Johnson makes the tackle.
The Rams are looking very good passing the ball so far. When you can get 15, 20 yards every time you throw, you know you're going to win the game unless you start turning that thing over.
Again, he'll get the call. And he makes it out to about the 41-yard line before he's dropped by a host of tacklers. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He fights forward to about the 39 before he's gang tackled. Jackson comes away with 2 yards on the carry. Short pass to his left.
The Rams are getting on a bit of a roll here. Nice play calling and good execution. The defense looks a little confused right now.
They hand it off. Allen tackles him for a loss at the 27-yard line.
Those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Deep throw, end zone.
Williams bats it away.
Well, you have to admire his courage. He's not afraid to make any throw, anytime, anywhere, but he's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Passes it out into traffic, and it's picked off. He took a shot at the 20-yard line. The defense makes something happen to force the game's first turnover. He's down the sideline at the 40, at the 30, and they finally get him to the ground at the 26-yard line.
I just love seeing what Adrien Peterson has become. And in this league, you have to be a complete player to be a star. And he's become an every down back. It's not enough for him to just create big, long runs. He's blocking better. He's running between the tackles better. A legitimate superstar.
I think I'd look for some room off tackle on this one. Remember to follow your bluff. When you see that seam open up, accelerate right through it.
He lost yardage on the play.
Well, Tom, the offensive line just didn't get any push there. They've got to do a better job knocking those guys off the line of scrimmage.
Gives to the back. Carricker is there to bring him down. Peterson gets 6 yards on the carry. And they'll keep the offense out there on 4th down. Gives it off. He makes his way to about the 6 before he's hit and dropped.
I just don't know if there are running backs in the game today that have the raw physical skills that Adrien Peterson has. When he gets just a little bit of a crack of a hole, he is through it so fast that people just can't anticipate that kind of speed. And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
He'll get it again. Not sure if he got in. They're saying no score on the play. They will be short. The Rams will take their second time out of the half. So they'll keep the offense out on the field for this 4th and goal situation. They give it to the tailback. Chester Taylor seems to be injured down there. The Rams will start this drive at the 5-yard line. He rolls right.
Pass rush almost got there that time, and he has to feel a little lucky that that ball just fell harmlessly to the turf.
Jackson takes it right side. Kevin Williams makes the tackle. Jackson picks up a yard on the play. Taylor left the action earlier, and his injury will sideline him for the rest of the game. Take you to the studio now for halftime.
Thanks, Tom. We hope you guys have been enjoying the action. Let's go right to the highlights. Enjoy. There was a big discrepancy in the number of plays run by each team in the first half, and the edge was held by Minnesota.
Welcome back to the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome. Dropped at the 29-yard line.
Be patient. You got to make sure that you wait for your blockers to set up this one. Don't try and do it all on your own.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Will Witherspoon is there to bring him down. They grab 8 yards there, and that will bring up second down. Drops in for a loss at the 36-yard line.
And I really like the discipline of this defense. You never see these guys trying to do too much. They control their gaps, and that time there was nowhere to go.
Too close to call. Here comes the chain gang. They didn't get it, and that's how close they are.
Well, they took a chance defensively, and they got some penetration. They attacked the line of scrimmage and stopped them just short of the first down.
This is kind of a surprising call here by the coach. This is an obvious punting situation. Hands it to the back. He may not have gotten there. They'll measure.
What's the deal, dog? Let me go, baby. They're sticking it up, man.
He got it. They line up at the 39. Dumps it out right. Tackle was made by Will Witherspoon.
And that's one of those plays where you leave it up to the receiver to make yardage after the catch is made. When he can't find his way into open space, you'll see plays like that.
Again with the run.
Everyone needs to stay focused here. Hold your blocks, run good routes, and make a good pass. You need to convert this.
Dumps it out left. He's there for the catch. O.J. Atogwe is there to bring him down.
There's nothing better for a quarterback than to have a big-body guy like that that can catch the football. Nice play.
They're going to pitch it. He's still going. To the 20. To the 10. Dives, and he's in. Touchdown.
One score is nice, but two, that is really special. And ask any fantasy football player out there, if this guy's on your team, you're almost as happy as he is right now.
Ryan Lowell packs on the extra point. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. He'll down it in the end zone. They'll go to work at the 20. Passes it. Pass is complete.
There was a time that the St. Louis Rams had the most exciting offense and certainly the most exciting passing game in the NFL. That has not been the case over the last couple of years. A lot of transition for this football team, but at least here today they are throwing it very well.
He's sacked.
Tremendous effort and good teamwork by the Vikings.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback.
The Rams continue to get beat off the ball. Their linemen look tired. They're physically outmatched, and it's beginning to take a toll on these runners. I'm not sure how many more times they want to carry the ball.
Gets the pass out. Leaping catch. Henderson makes the tackle.
Nice stop by the defense on that third down pass, and that's exactly what you want to do. Keep the play in front of you, come up, make the tackle, no first down.
He fields the punt at the 60. He's tackled at the 23-yard line. The Vikings will look to build momentum by getting another touchdown on this series. Give to the tailback. 7 yards there. That'll bring up second down. He gets another carry. Still on his feet.
Well, there are some things in the NFL that honestly have just become a given. And the fact that the Minnesota Vikings, with their talented running backs and outstanding offensive line, can run the football is really no surprise.
Let's get some run. Let's rock, baby. Keep running. Keep running.
The Vikings set out to run it down their throats. Had some success in the first half with that, and now it looks like all that running is really taking its toll on the defense.
So, at the end of 3, the score is 14-7. Vikings.
Remember that you don't always have to go for the home run when passing the ball. Consistency is completing short yardage passes that'll help your team move the ball quickly and efficiently.
Passes the ball. Comes down with it, and he is able to hold on to it.
The Vikings are putting together a good-looking drive here. That's their third first down.
We got plenty of fight, baby.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Brought down behind the line.
Well, that's what happens when defensively you get every gap covered. There is simply nowhere to go with the football. No chance for the running back that time.
Penalty on the play, first one today. And it's complete. And this one looks like it's going to come back.
Hey, what we got?
Okay, go on a quick count here and just fling that ball in there.
That'll bring up second and long after the penalty. Gets the ball away. And he caught it.
That's the kind of pitch and catch you just love to see in the NFL. And the difference is these quarterbacks' abilities to zip it into little tight spaces, and these receivers don't miss.
Brought down at the 30. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. E.J. Henderson is there on the tackle.
Yeah, really not a bad play on that one to pull a ball down in that situation, because now not only do you have to think about maybe pulling somebody out of coverage or maybe just slow down that pass rush a little bit, but it plants a seed in the defense's mind.
And now the offense will be faced with a third down situation. We've got a 3rd and 6. Throws it short. Can't stay in bounds. Incomplete pass. And that will be a 3 and out for the offense after that incompletion.
Well, you're going to have to gather the troops over on the sideline, because whether it was poor play calling or poor execution, they never got anything going that time.
He fields the punt at the 60. He stopped at the 24-yard line.
I'm thinking that you can put them away on this drive. You don't need to score if you're able to chew up the clock. Remember, they need 2 scores.
ball moving.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
Boys, Tiger,
Gives it off. Still pushing. Tackle was made by James Laurinaitis.
Adrien Peterson with some very solid running that time. If there is an opening to be found on the defense, this guy is going to find it and exploit it. You know you have a pretty special player at the running back position when, despite the fact that they're run blitzing him now, he can still get out of there and still come up with a nice game.
Give to the tailback. Runs over tackling. Adrien Peterson will get enough to pick up the first down after the gain of 3. They're going to pitch it. He lost the ball. Who's going to come up with this one? Long grabs it on the ground. The Rams recover it after the long battle. They'll get the ball here at the 41-yard line. Gets the pass away. Leaping catch. The stop was made by Chad Greenway.
That ball had to be placed into a very tiny spot to get that completion. Great throw and a very good catch.
He throws right. Out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's a throw you just expect a professional quarterback to make. He doesn't miss those wide open throws like that very often.
Makes the short throw. Johnson had the coverage on the play. Third down now, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 31. It appears someone jumped early.
False start. Offense.
I think those are just embarrassing. You go back to the huddle and you hang your head and you give it, sorry. Sometimes those linemen look like little kids when they come back after penalties.
And the defense has a heavy rush. They get to him.
I really like what they did that time. Nice job by the Vikings.
After the sack, it's now 4th and long. Short throw to the left. Throws incomplete. The Vikings will set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You know, one of the dangers of blitzing is that if you can break that first line of the defense, now you just don't have the pursuit in behind it to stop the run.
Tosses it out. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And you can see the running back there just saying, where are my guys? Where's my blocking? What's going on out here? Just need a little help from your friends.
Will take their last timeout. Looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll give it off here. Will Witherspoon is there to bring him down. Adrien Peterson gained around 6 yards. That'll be enough to get the first. They line up at the 38. Pitch out. Brought down at the 37 by Chris Long.
As a quarterback, you really want to make that pre-snap read, and it's kind of hard to not see the middle linebacker. He came on the blitz that time, and sometimes you just need to get out of a play like that.
They're going to pitch it.
You don't want to take any chances in this situation. Just take a knee and let the clock run out.
Gives it off. The stop was made by O.J. Atagwe. Peterson gains about 5 yards on the run. The offense calls a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. Looks like they decided to go for it here. Peterson on the handoff. No chance. Drop for a loss. Turnover on downs.
For me, there's nothing more impressive in football than to see a cover quarterback able to come up and make the stops on the run. That's a complete football play.
Here's the deep throw. That's going to do it from the Metrodome. Game stats and highlights are next. Our final score is Minnesota 21, St. Louis 7. The Vikings enjoyed a relatively easy time of it, coming away with a 2-possession victory. For Chris Collinsworth, I'm Tom Hammond, saying so long and see you next time.
This has been a presentation.